With the midterm elections coming up, there's a legal battle starting over election laws and who controls them. President Donald Trump signed an executive order to bring the Federal Election Commission under White House scrutiny. Now, Democrats argue this could undermine the independence of the FEC, which is in charge of enforcing campaign finance laws, and a new lawsuit brought by the Democratic Party could soon determine the legalities of Trump's order. Now look, since this is based on a constitutional argument, it's likely the lawsuits will eventually head to the Supreme Court. But the basic argument for the Trump side is that, as he mentions, the Constitution does establish powers under the executive branch of the government, mainly under the White House, to ensure that the government agencies can be reined in by voters. The idea of this is not to have rogue agencies that can basically do whatever they want with little accountability. Now, Democrats argue that having some separation helps ensure that whoever is president does not get to influence agencies that could benefit them politically. The FEC, for example, would let whoever's in office review laws that could benefit or harm the president or a specific party during an election. And of course, the counter argument is that who in government is not partisan these days? Who doesn't align with one side or the other? The former head of the FEC was a very vocal critic of Trump. So was that a breach of independence? What happens in that case when an otherwise independent agency risks showing some type of partisan position? Who then has oversight to ensure that the agency is not acting in partisan interest? Well, that's the argument the Supreme Court is very likely going to hear as this case moves its way through the circuit.